Does anyone know what an IEP is? The majority don't know what it is. When I was young, I felt different from everybody else. I didn't have a typical childhood. I was given an individualized education plan for speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, and general education. I was having to review the same concepts over and over again, and my parents were having trouble processing all of this information at once. What would my future look like? It was unguaranteed. I was having to process, I was having to do the same stuff over and over again. Would I ever catch up? Would I ever learn like other kids? It felt like a heavy cloud. But what if I told you that the only thing shaping where you are today and what your future holds is you? It sounds impossible, but small, consistent steps can transform the impossible into reality. And I'm here standing as proof of that. My kindergarten teacher told my parents that out of 25 years of teaching experience, she didn't know how I learned. And I didn't fit into a box. My parents were worried, and I was too. But after countless hours of speech therapy, occupational therapy, and physical therapy, something amazing happened. Not overnight, but slowly. I began to improve. Over the years, I worked hard enough that by the time I was in sixth grade, all the services that I once relied on as a crutch were removed. It took 8 years. But having an IEP wasn't easy. It meant being constantly pulled out of the regular classroom while the rest of my peers were having playtime. Friendship felt hard. I felt isolated, like I didn't belong. But instead of letting that stop me, I used it all as motivation. I developed a drive to prove to myself and to others that I was capable. And by the end of sixth grade, I was recommended for seventh grade math honors. Now, this might seem something small to some, but for me, it was like standing at the top of a mountain that once seemed impossible to climb. Science tells us our brain is like a muscle. It gets stronger with consistent effort. This can mean doing something for just 20 to 30 minutes a day can dramatically improve skills over time. Michael Phelps, the Olympic swimmer, once said there was a time where he had to wake up early each morning to train while everybody else was eating pancakes. It wasn't easy, but in the long term, it helped him reach such high levels of performance. So here's my challenge to you. Think of something you want to improve in. Maybe it's something you've always wanted to do but never started. Take that first step today. Commit to it. Be consistent with it. And in the long term, you might actually surprise yourself. Thank you.